Thank you for tuning into The Love Coach Show, hosted by me, Bruce Starr. On this show, you will learn a lot about relationships from me, the Love Coach, and my many interesting guests. And now, welcome to The Love Coach Show with Bruce Starr. So in the last show, we talked about some very controversial ideas. We talked about insecurities in relationships and where they come from and why we have them. And we talked about possibly the reason for them is because of the choices we make and the reason we choose people. Well, we're going to go a step further in this show. We are getting closer and closer to recognizing why these relationships, ones that seem so exciting and promising at first, and even if people get married and are in relationships for years, why they still might not work unless there is also love at the base of the foundation. So here it is. Here's why it doesn't work, can't work, most likely won't work. As we said previously, thoughts and ideas change. The man already dealing with insecurities that his romantic interest, the one he chose, the one that he is crazy about, the one that turned him on, the one he loved to look at and be seen with as they walk down the street and come into rooms, parties, gatherings. Well, he worries that she may be with him mostly because of what he owns or the power he possesses, the money he makes, or the job he has. In addition to those negative thoughts lurking in the back of his mind, influencing many of the choices he makes, he now has the additional, unrelenting fear. One he doesn't discuss, one he doesn't share, one he doesn't tell to anyone, that someday soon, if his financial fortunes change, or worse yet, what if she meets someone else who has more financial resources? Could she change her mind and lose interest in him and want to be with someone else who she thinks might be more desirable? Ladies, even though you may already secretly feel that your man chose to be with you because of your looks and body parts, sexual appetite, or prowess, if he chose you for those physical reasons and not because of your warm heart, kindness, you secretly know that he can change his mind if he notices someone sexier, prettier, looks better to him. Hey, did you notice his eyes wandered that time? Many times, possibly. You know, as you age and possibly lose some of their youthful appearances, whether you actually lose some appeal or even just think you have, you fear, and rightfully so, that without love as the base of the foundation of the relationship, you fear he may eventually lose interest and find someone younger and sexier to feed his own ego or fear of growing older. Hey, we all know this happens all the time. So, does this explain why there are so many ugly and hateful vengeful divorces? Could these types of relationships be the reasons why we hear about so many hateful divorces? You know, when relationships are based on what a person possesses or their sexuality, their physical appearance and body parts, if and when the other person changes their mind, that love, and I put love in quotations, turns to instant hate. When one person feels betrayed that their mate did not live up to their end of the bargain, to stay and deliver the goods for their entire life, even though their relationship was not really based on a binding love, the most hateful parts of their personalities might come out, resulting in deep rage and revenge. Could that mean that was something that was called love for each other may not have been love at all? Could it have been a type of less personal, business-like relationship based on trading what a person has if the other person appears to have enough of what they want? Men and women wait and wait and wait until they meet that one person who seems to have enough of what they want. Is this ringing true for anyone? For you? For friends? You see, it works when the other sees you as having enough of what they want. This is what used to be called horse trading in the past, what I now call body trading. Instead of choosing someone from the heart and love, this has been replaced by intellectual choices and decisions in search of the best deal. Where there is fear and insecurity, whether it is openly addressed or held tightly in a secret place inside, where there is fear about relationships, fear about the other person, there is no love. And the other person becomes a bit of a target to watch over, to examine, to make sure they don't go out or go too far away from you. When we come back, we're going to talk more about this very controversial, but I believe absolutely true version of what happens with a great deal of the majority of relationships and the way people are approaching them. This is Bruce Starr. You're listening to The Love Coach Show. We will be right back in just a few moments. Don't go away. More about understanding relationships that look like they work, but don't work at all when we come back. Don't miss it.
When businesses want short-term answers for problems they have not been able to solve on their own, they bring in knowledgeable, experienced consultants. Why not do the same for your long-term challenges and problems concerning love, sex, dating, and your relationships? An experienced relationship coach can help you through, understand, and cast aside fear and intimacy issues that have prevented you from having the happiness you deserve. You have worked long and hard and have everything but love in your life. Why not have your own relationship coach guide you through every step of the process that will bring you closer to having a soulmate in your life? Don't wait another minute to let go of destructive, unproductive habits to find love. Mention you heard this on my show and receive a free 10-minute consultation. Contact me at lovecoach@AOL.com. That's LUVCOACH@AOL.com. A relationship coach can help you have everything and love in your life.
You're listening to WGSN-DB, Going Solo Network, Singles Talk Radio channel, where we take a lighthearted and candid approach to discussions on the journey of relationship loss, divorce, parenting, being single, relationships building, dating, and yes, sex. Join our listeners and begin living your best life.
Back to the Love Coach Show. My name is Bruce Starr. Thank you for staying with me. I know we're talking about some really tough information here, but let's keep it going. There's a lot more to learn. Have you noticed that those feelings that you had, perhaps when you were young, for so many people rarely seem to change? They may lessen over time, but for many, they do not and have not. For some, those feelings that they had for their first love don't ever go away or change. Authentic and genuine feelings of the heart, the kind that many of us experienced when we were, say, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, or even older, those genuine feelings of the heart rarely change. If you were like many people, that feeling that you had for your first love never fully went away. Even if you're not in love with that person today, you remember those feelings that you had. That feeling of love. Whether it was 10, 20, 30 years ago, or even longer. That's because the feeling that you had for that person was rarely matched with anyone else that you met recently, in the near past. Now, that's not to say that we cannot meet someone and feel very strongly. Of course that can happen. But if it doesn't happen, it is most likely because we stopped it from happening. We are the ones who protect our hearts from possibly getting hurt again. Love is everywhere, but not if we look for it where it cannot be found. In places like bars or nightclubs where there's drinking or even drugging. See, that keeps us far away from meeting someone terrific. I believe that the reason we never love like that again is because we so fully participated and invested in that person without fears, reserves, or ghosts of a lost love in the past. We held nothing back and fully entered into a deep, warm, and intense relationship with someone we loved and trusted with an exciting, reckless abandon. Now, hopefully, that relationship continued on forever. But for most people, sadly, it did not. Now, if you were the one who broke it off with that first love, for whatever reason, you were truly one of the lucky ones. But what happened more often was the person we were in love with fell out of love with us. Or even worse, met someone else. Oh, the daggers! My heart! Can't take it! Another way relationships ended up a disaster was if your parents or their parents broke you up because they feared such an intense young love and said, that's not right, that can't last. Parents said those things under some very false pretenses and beliefs, thinking that what could two young people know about love? Maybe it was, how are two young people going to support themselves? Many times the young man was told, forget about girls for now and build yourself a successful business or career, and then you'll be able to have anybody you want. Were you given that devastating message? If you were, you might still be looking for that special someone to share your life with. A young lady may have been warned, this boy is not good enough for you. If you would just wait, I am sure a doctor or lawyer will want to be your husband. If that was the irresponsible message you heard over and over again, you waited and waited until you found yourself right where you are now. You see, basically, the parents in this situation are breeding their children to be body traders. Let's think about that. What is a body trader? It is someone who thinks about who they should be with by going after the best deal. What does it really mean when a young man is told you'll be able to have anyone you want after you become successful? What does it really mean when the younger girl is told, wait and stay pure so a doctor or lawyer will want to marry you and take care of you the rest of your life? Do you hear anything that resembles how loving, caring, supportive relationships should be like with those messages? Now, it's not about faulting your parents. They did the best they could to want you to be with someone who can, take care of you the way you want to be taken care of for the rest of your life and how they thought you deserved to be. But those messages were very devastating because, unfortunately, nowhere in that procedure or process leaves a place for love and kindness. Basically, the message we are wrongly told is that material needs are the most important thing when it comes to pick Mr. Right. It means when you have all the money you want to have, you can have the prettiest, sexiest lady you want. Now, if we could look down at our planet from above as neutral observers and saw how our generation is picking their mates, we would be in complete dismay, shock, and disbelief. Simply put, love is a matter of the heart. No matter how much we try to change that or ignore it, it will always be the truth. We were born pure love, and the further away we get from that original concept, the more alone, lonely, and in despair we will be. Hey, our current world resembles that accusation. So what do we do about it now? When we come back, more from the Love Coach. My name is Bruce Starr. Don't go away. We will be right back.
Are you looking for that soulmate connection? Well, I have a site for you that can definitely help you out. It's called Professional Singles, www.professional.singles. They connect like-minded individuals with their interests and their views on life, which really makes the soulmate connection. So if you are seeking love, if you are seeking a relationship, well, definitely check them out. It's professional.singles, www.professional.singles.com, and you can email them at contact@professional.singles.
Welcome back to the Love Coach Show. My name is Bruce Starr. If you want to speak with me about a problem that you're having, why go through it alone? Call me. Well, actually email me at lovecoach, L-U-V, coach, @AOL.com. Why suffer through problems? Why not talk to someone just like a smart businessman does when they reach a problem that they can't rise above? They call a consultant. Well, you should do that too for something that's even more important to you than some sort of business deal that's on the table this week. So let's get back to what we were talking about, some really difficult material to talk about and to discuss. I hear you. I know it. You know why? An entire generation of people have fallen into a mass illusion, supported by a majority of the people, thinking that they can find love without daring to risk love by putting their hearts aside or hiding it and thinking about love, not feeling it, despite the fact that millions of people are looking for love where it cannot be found and are having disastrous results. We continue to do it. Not only do we continue to do it, we many times reject any information, such as what I am offering you, that explains why it can't possibly work, and assign no value to it. As insane as it may appear, most everyone is approaching relationships by thinking about them, looking for the best deal, body trading, rather than paying attention to their heart and meeting someone they can fall in love with. They will be the first to tell you love doesn't pay the bills, or love is for the weak or simple-minded. You know what? This could not be further from the truth. Love is for the strongest and the bravest, and they know it. You know, insanity is commonly defined as something that we do over and over again, expecting a different result. What is one way we are insane about going about our relationships? We put our possible happiness in future of our love life time and time again in the hands of a complete stranger we meet online or at a dating service. We will talk about that on another show. You've been listening to the Love Coach Show. My name is Bruce Starr. Thank you so much for joining me. Until we meet again next time, have some love in your heart. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Love Coach Show, hosted by me, Bruce Starr. If you would like to contact me or the guest on this show, write me at lovecoach, L-U-V coach, @AOL.com. And until next time, bye-bye.